Hello community, I hope this video finds you well. Today's video I'd like to talk about a few of the theories that I have on movement, and all of these theories are in all of my classes. So the first theory is using ground force reaction instead of gripping to move. And basically all that means is that whatever hand or foot that's on the floor, we use a tiny bit of pressure, the amount of pressure that you would use to and yet still feel a buoyancy in the connection. So it's not like you force down and you then grip a muscle you're trying with all your might. Ground force reaction is basically using the earth for a force that goes down, and then it helps us ignite a movement, right? So usually we do this when we're walking, right? We're walking and we step and we push ourselves forward. However, when it comes to yoga and other moves, a lot of times we're gripping to control, or we're gripping to stay in balance as we're moving. So this gripping action really lends itself to the drying of the tissue and creating tension in the nervous system and creating tension in the muscle. And it just basically is, not only are we overworking, but we are disconnected from the earth, and we think that we have to do it all ourselves. So it lends itself to a lot of determination and willpower, which again means that we're overworking and it's not sustainable. So the use of ground force reaction in order to move, in order to stay balanced, is one of my major theories that I'm constantly cueing on. The next one is nourishing the nervous system. And this goes along with the third theory, and that is not abusing upper psoas. In other videos, you've seen me talk about, possibly you've seen me talk about the use of the psoas and how to care for the psoas while we're moving, and how, I've studied with Liz Cook, who talks all about the psoas, and I've been a student of hers for so many years, and got to really feel it in my own body, being a dancer my whole life, on how we're taught how to hold and brace against ourselves, or try to lift out of ourselves, and how this movement or this theory using so as to stabilize instead of not using it at all, like the psoas. Again, much longer video, how Miss Cook talks about how it's not really a muscle, it is an organ of perception. And that is a much longer video, a different video. But basically the psoas, you can think of it as your instinctual part of your body. It responds to your inner and outer environment. It engages and gets overstimulated, and then therefore exhausted, and then therefore not sustainable when we are using this part of our body as a sense of control. So when we don't, and I talk a lot about that in my classes, how not to abuse or misuse upper psoas and the lower psoas in our movement. This nourishes our nervous system while we are moving, because we're not overworking, and we are not gripping, and we are not holding our breath, and we are not focusing on creating tension patterns in order to move. So it's amazing how efficient this approach is. And it's amazing also to help sustain movement as we get older. It's not only as we get older, but I really feel that as we get older, we need to shift into this mindset in order for movement to be sustainable into our later years. It's Aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. It just means working more efficiently. It just means working a little smarter. And it also means that we think of ourselves not in fragmented parts, but as a whole soma. My work is basically all somatic movement. And the word soma in that word is a recognition that we are a mind, body, and a nervous system. We are not fragmented parts. And again, that's a much longer conversation, but it is a whole body system approach, which again lends itself to sustainability as we get older. So I hope you'll check out some of my classes. Feel free, email me with any kind of questions. And I always offer a 30-minute complimentary one-on-one session so that we can get to know each other before you come to class. I can get to take a look at your alignment, and you can discuss your goals and aspirations. So thanks so much for listening. Thanks. Bye.